RHS girls basketball brings home a championship.
A near miss in weather.
And we kick off Black History Month.
All today on
the Air. Hi, I'm Joey Carr.
And I'm Lexi McPherson.
It was a big night on Friday for RHS girls basketball, and we were there and the girls celebrated the first NCC championship in 15 years.
That's right. After 15 years, the coaches and the players were all excited about the NCC win.
I think I came out and played a great game. I got my season high score. We accomplished our #1 goal to be NCC champions.
It's a great feeling. I mean, there's really not words to describe it. It's an amazing experience. It's been a long time in the making. These kids have been busting their tails for a long time, and it really took a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication.
Winning NCC is just the biggest accomplishment because, all that hard work's finally paying off for us.
And they really got it done, and they deserve it. I'm proud of them.
Congratulations on the win, ladies. We'll have more highlights for you guys later in the show. Back to you guys in the studio.
Again, congratulations to the girls, and congratulations to Hannah Goddard, who was named the PalItem.com Girls Athlete of the Week for her career-high 19 points in the championship win.
Today we kick off our month-long look at Black History Month. We'll feature a profile on Black history during each show, and today we start with a historical moment in media. Our first profile features something close to us in radio TV, the first ever African-American owned and operated television station, WGPR-TV, Channel 62. The station went on the air in Detroit, Michigan on September 29th in 1975 and featured a completely African-American staff, both in front of and behind the camera. But beyond being the first of its kind and giving a minority voice to media in the Detroit area, it was also the first station in Detroit to broadcast for 24 hours a day. The first to run foreign language programs, including shows such as the Arab Voice of Detroit. It's for all these reasons we honor WGPR-TV as part of Black History Month.
Now let's take a look at what's going on at RHS.
Congratulations to the winning classroom in the fight for blood cancer. And seniors, it's time to start thinking about honors and awards. The results are in, and it's Mrs. Brooks' class that won the donut party from HOSA, and all they raised $70 to help fight blood cancer. Congratulations to all the students in her first period class. HOSA was able to raise a total of $400 and sign up 39 people for the blood donor registry. There will be another meeting of the Morrison Reeves Anime Club on Wednesday, February 11th from 5 to 6 p.m. This meeting will be game night and have games and more. Any students aged 13 to 19 are welcome to attend. Seniors, honors and awards applications are now available from Mrs. Porter. There are over 65 local scholarships that you can apply for. Pick up an application now to get signed up. Looking for a snack? The Travel Club will be selling candy outside the main office and in the Tiernan Center to raise money to help for the Costa Rica trip. Watch for them after school in those 2 locations. And yes, they'll have flaming hot Cheetos and more. The 2015 Boys and Girls Track season officially starts in 2 weeks on Monday, February 16th. Until then, there's track conditioning after school on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. If you have any questions, then please see Mr. Hitson in room 309. That's your announcements. Now back to you guys.
So when we left on Friday, we were expecting a big snow yesterday, but it never happened. Let's check in with the Red Devil forecast to see where the snow went.
It went is exactly right because it did hit, just in northern Indiana. Snow was pushed further north by warmer air and left us with mostly rain and a near miss. Some areas of Fort Wayne had almost a foot of snow, but we got almost none. However, the cold did move in behind the rain. But it won't last long. Highs today will only reach the upper teens, and overnight things get much colder, as tomorrow's morning only bottom out in low teens. Highs today will only reach the upper teens, and overnight things won't get much colder, as lows tomorrow morning only hit the bottom out in the low teens. Things start to warm back up on Tuesday, with highs back in the mid-30s. Overnight into Wednesday's lows will drop into the upper 20s before another wave of cold air starts to move in through Wednesday. And of course, today is Groundhog's Day, The question is, did he see his shadow? And how much winter will we see? Puxatawny Phil emerged this morning and did see his shadow, which means 6 more weeks of winter. And that seems fitting given how cold it is. And there's snow later this week in the forecast. Join us back here on Wednesday to see how much. I'm Macy Thornburg with your Red Devil forecast. Back to you guys in the studio.
We already saw earlier in our show that the girls basketball team won the NCC championship. Now let's see how they did it.
They did with great defense and, as usual, unselfish play, passing the ball around. The girls hustled all night, playing tough defense and deflecting passes, which led to easy fast break points and a quick lead. Destiny Perkins and Mackenzie Taylor racked up the assists and time after time found teammates for big scores, especially Hannah Goddard, who scored a career-high 19 points. But in the end, it was the defense and team effort that sealed the 94-56 win in NCC championship. RHS put 4 players in double figures. Mackenzie Taylor led all scores with 30 points. Destiny Perkins added 23, Hannah Goddard 19, and Alexis Perkins 13. While it may have been the biggest game of the night, it wasn't the only game of the night. The RHS boys also took on Marion, looking to stay undefeated in the NCC, and they even took time to recognize the newly crowned girls NCC champion at halftime. And the boys were ready to go for their own championship and stay undefeated in the NCC. Joel Okafor once again got off to a hot start for the Red Devils on his way to another 20-point night. And he got lots of help as senior Antonio Brown, a.k.a. Megatron, led RHS with 22 points. In the end, it was the Red Devil defense that enabled them to get out and run away to a 74-61 win and improve to 6-0 in the NCC and 16-2 overall. RHS had 3 in double figures with Antonio Brown's 22, Joel Okafor's 20, and Isaiah Rader putting in 12. It wasn't all basketball this weekend as RHS competed in sectionals in 2 sports. The Red Devils crowned 3 sectional champions in wrestling with Nate Trawick, Quindarius Stallone, and Austin Bain. All took first place, and all 6 wrestlers from RHS will advance on to regionals. Joining the 3 champs are Braden Plunkett, who finished 3rd, and Xavier O'Brien and Andrew Rice, who both scored 4th place finishes to advance to next week's regional right here in Tiernan Center. And a championship wasn't enough for Nate Trawick, who also broke the RHS career win record, overtaking Bryce Wessel's 136 wins. Trawick's career record is now 138-29, with more to go as he tries to fight his way back to the state this year. The other sectional was in bowling as RHS competed at home for the first time in several years for sectionals. Both the girls and boys and earned second place finishes, which is good enough to send them on to regionals next week at Muncie. Also moving on in the individual competition are Tyler Bowman, Gary Lewis, Jessica Crane, and Tori Schaefer. One last thing in sports, the Lady Red Devils basketball team found out last night that they will play Newcastle in the first round on sectional at Mount Vernon. Pendleton Heights faces Connersville in the first game on Tuesday, February 10th, with Greenfield Central in Mount Vernon in Game 2 on Wednesday, the 11th. RHS will then face Newcastle later that night. Anderson gets the bye and will play the winner of Game 1 in the semifinal round on Thursday. That's your sports. Back to you guys in the studio.
That's your show. We want to congratulate one last time the RHS girls basketball team, the 6 RHS wrestlers going to regionals, and both bowling teams for their outstanding weekend performances.
And as we leave you today, here are some more highlights from Friday night's games against Marion. Have a great day.